Trying to conceive a baby boy. What are the chances of getting pregnant with a baby boy? Are you trying to get pregnant with a baby boy? Would you look at how can you get pregnant with a baby boy? In this video today, we are going to talk about how you can conceive a baby boy. Gerard Massa, the health educator, is the name of the channel, and after this short break, we are talking about all this.
Hello my friend, welcome to our channel, Gerard Massa, the health educator. On this channel, we do create awareness about fertility and reproductive health. Have you been asking yourself, what are ovarian cysts? What is endometritis? How can you get pregnant faster? How can you calculate your ovulation days? How can you tell that these are your danger days, these are your safe days? On this channel, Gerard Massa, the health educator, we do talk about all this. We answer all your questions and we actually give you free consultation. Let me know if you have any questions. Welcome for today's lesson, and if you are ready for today's lesson, I'm ready, and let the lesson begin.
Trying to conceive a baby boy. If you have been trying to conceive a baby boy, in this video we are going to talk about all this. Mu video yaffe ne yaleero tugenda kwogera ku obanga obadde ogezaako okubanga ofuna olubuto olw'omwana omulenzi, okola otya okubanga ofuna olubuto olw'omwana omulenzi. In this video we shall begin by analyzing what we mean by chromosomes. Chromosomes are those small materials, genetic materials, which are contained in the male sperm. The male sperm is what actually a man releases during sex, and then it is what fertilizes the egg on the 14th day, also known as your ovulation day. And then the female egg is also that part, or it's that genetic, it's that what contains that genetic material that is fertilized by the male sperm. Now, we shall first of all get the basics. The basics are that the male sperm contains what we call the X and Y chromosomes. The chromosomes are those materials, or they are those messengers which carry the genetic material. So the man's sperm contains the X and Y chromosome, whereas a female egg or a woman's egg contains the X and X chromosome. Now, when we take a look at the X and Y chromosomes, specifically, these are what makes up the male sperm. A man has a half of X chromosomes and then also a half of the Y chromosomes. During sex, when you have sex and then these sperms have been released into the woman, and then fertilization has taken place or is taking place. During fertilization, a half of the X chromosomes, when they join with the X chromosomes, remember a woman has X and X, but a man has the X and Y chromosomes. Now, when an X chromosome from a male sperm, from the man's sperm, when that X chromosome fertilizes the X chromosome of the female or of the woman's egg, we are going to end up with an X and X chromosome, and this means that this will be a baby girl. Whereas when a Y chromosome, because remember we said that a man has what we call haploid chromosomes, or has a half of the X and then a half of the Y chromosome. So if fertilization is taking place and a man contributes a Y chromosome, and this Y chromosome fuses or fertilizes or joins with the X chromosome from the woman, then we are going to end up with an X and Y chromosome, and this is going to be a baby boy. Now, this is the basic science. We have said that a man has a half of X and then a half of Y. A half of X meets with the X from the woman, and then we get a baby girl. And then a half of Y also meets or fuses or joins with the X from the woman, because the woman already has X and X. So we just need a half from the man. That a half could be Y or it could be X. Now, the question is, having understood all this, having understood the basic science that the man carries the X and Y chromosomes, and then the woman carries the X and X chromosomes, how can these two end up, or how can these two fuse so that you can get a baby boy? According to the studies that have been put forward by, there's one called Shetto's method, which was developed by Landrum B. Shettos around 1960. He did a study and then said that he came up with the conclusion that when a woman has sex on ovulation or during ovulation, during the day of ovulation, or just one day towards ovulation, there's going to be actually increased chances of a woman getting pregnant with a baby boy. Remember, this was a study, and as studies are, the results could be that they could actually work for some people, and actually some people have come out and they've said that this method has worked for them. Some people have come out and they've said that this method has worked for them, but still, remember, this is just a study, and we are talking about Dr. Shetto's method. He came up with a study that when a woman has sex, or when a couple has sex during ovulation, there's going to be increased chances of a woman getting pregnant or with a baby boy. And then also, he came up with a study, the conclusion that also during sex, if at all some sex positions which allow deeper penetration and of course sperms being deposited on the cervix or just next to the cervix, there's going to be also increased chances. But there's no evidence that has come up, or there's no scientific evidence that has been put forward to confirm the findings, to confirm these findings, because when we look at evidence, for example, there's a procedure known as the IUI, or the intrauterine insemination. When sperms have been, when we get during intrauterine insemination, when these sperms, specifically on the day of ovulation, are put into a woman's uterus, there are high chances that you are going to end up with 50% baby boys and then 50% baby girls. So, according to Dr. Shetto's method, there's no conclusive or there's no scientific evidence proving that this method works. So, how can you conceive a baby boy? One thing I'll have to tell you is that the first thing you have to do is you leave it to nature. You have to put in prayers, and then you pray about it, believe in God that things can work out according to how you're praying. So you actually have to put in prayers. And then the next advice I will give is that there are methods which have been proved or which have been approved in hospitals, and these include assisted reproductive technology. In assisted reproductive technology, one method that has been proven to work is what we call the in vitro fertilization, or IVF. In vitro fertilization, an embryo is fertilized, the sex or the gender is determined, and then it is actually introduced inside the uterus when already the sex or the gender has been determined. But remember, this is something, or this is a procedure which is really costly. It is time consuming. It has that it actually drains you, and it is a procedure which you should actually opt for when really you've tried everything and things have not maybe worked out. So in vitro fertilization is one of the methods which have been proven to work, and there's also another one called zygote intrafallopian transfer, which has also been proven to really actually help in determining the gender of the woman. But when you ask me that is there like a simple way of determining the gender of the woman, the answer is no. The most important thing is you have to put your trust in God, pray about it, and then if at all you've tried everything and you are looking at maybe your last option, then you can actually look at trying assisted reproductive technology, and in this case you should look at in vitro fertilization. Mu video yaffe eno leero twogedde ku butya bw'osobola okubanga ofuna olubuto n'omwana omulenzi, era tugambye nti waliwo method Dr. omu gye yazuula bamuyita Dr. Shettos. Dr. Shettos Landrum yazuula mefadde eno mu mwaka ogwa 1960 era n'agamba nti bw'obanga obadde oyagala okufuna omwana omulenzi osobola okubeera ne mukyala wo ku lunaku olwa ovulation oba kye tuyita ovulation day. Lero olunaku eggi ery'omukyala lirivaayo nga ligenda kusinkana amazzi g'omusajja. So ne tugamba nti obanga obadde ne mukyala wo kwolwo olunaku, chances ez'okufuna omwana omulenzi zibeera increased. During ovulation eggi livaayo, and then obanga omusajja abadde n'omukyala we kwolwo olunaku, chances zibeera increased ez'okufuna omwana omulenzi. Naye jjukira tekiri scientifically proven, tekiribadde confirmed. Eno gwali just musomo ogwa dokita eyakeera ku makya n'akola omusomo gwe, naye ate abakyala bangi bavuddeyo nga bagamba nti ebyava mu musomo guno bibakoledde. Abakyala ababeera ne babba baabwe kwolwo olunaku olwa ovulation, chances ez'okuba nga bafuna abaana abalenzi kibakoledde. So nga weŋŋambye siri confirminga nti oba kiki, naye nga guno musomo gwakolebwa dokita omu. So ate ekirala tugambye nti obanga obadde ogezaako okuba nga ofuna omwana omulenzi, osobola okuba nga era okozesa kino kye bayita assisted reproductive technology, oba mulimu kye tuyita in vitro fertilization, whereby bakwata amagi gano ne baba nga enkwaso ey'omusajja n'eggi ery'omukyala ne babifertilizinga mu lab, and then afterwards ne baba nga babi-introducinga mu nabana y'omukyala oba inside the uterus. Of course eggi lino liba limaze dde okuba nga lizuulibwa through gender determination, kye tuyita pre-implantation genetic selection. So mu video yaffe eno twogedde ku osobola otya okufuna omwana omulenzi ng'obadde okozesa methods zino, naye nga byonna tumaliriza tugamba nti bino byonna bya science. Omuntu ali omu ogwe tusobola okuba nga twesiga okuba nga ofuna omwana omulenzi oba omwana omuwala ye Mukama yeeka oba obikwasa Mukama n'osaba noba nga ate obeera n'okukkiriza, osobola okufuna omwana omulenzi, osobola okufuna omwana omuwala. Nejjukira nti buli mwana yenna aba kiba kirabo okuva eri Omukama. Every child is a gift from God, so we should put in prayers if we are looking at getting a baby boy, baby girl. Everything you have to put all your trust in God. Gerard Massa, the Health Educator, is the name of the channel. I welcome you on this channel. Remember, if you've not subscribed, subscribe so that you do not
Ovulation
miss
is the
any new
release
videos.
of a mature egg known as a Graafian follicle on the 14th day of your menstrual cycle. This egg goes on and it gets fertilized. When it is fertilized, this very egg goes on and grows into a baby. Now, when this egg attaches itself onto your uterine wall or your womb, we call this an intrauterine pregnancy. If this fertilized egg remains in your tubes or your fallopian tubes, then it becomes what we call an ectopic pregnancy. If this egg is attached onto your uterine wall, it grows into a pregnancy. There will be a gestational sac or the sac of the baby, but if the embryo fails to go into the sac, then we call this a blighted ovum. Do you have any questions about fertility? Would you like to know about pregnancy, how you can get pregnant faster? Have you been asking yourself, why are you feeling that abdominal pain? Then you are in the right place. On this channel, we do create awareness about fertility and reproductive health. Gerard Massa, the Health Educator, are my names, are the names of the channel, and I welcome you for this lesson today. Remember to ask me all your questions down below in the comments, and I will answer all your questions definitely very fast. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you have learned something in today's video lesson. If you have any question about fertility, about reproductive health, or about how you can get pregnant faster naturally, then just go down the comment section of this video and ask your question. I will answer all your questions. Nsanyusa nnyo mukwano gwange okubanga obadde naffe leero. Oba olina ekibuuzo kyonna ekikwatagana ku video gy'olabye leero, oba oyagala okubanga nkuddamu, beera nga ombuuza ebibuuzo byo mu comments eza video eno, nja kuba nkuddamu. Remember to subscribe so that you do not miss new videos we release every day. And then also remember to hit the like button so that we reach more people here on YouTube. Have yourself a fantastic and healthy day, and remember to donate to support our work. May God bless and protect us all. Bye-bye.